We all have moments where we feel stuck. Sometimes it feels like the world is moving forward while we're standing still. Maybe you've been telling yourself things like, I'm not good enough, or I'm never going to make it. And when those thoughts take hold, they can feel so real, so true. But here's something important. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts are just stories shaped by fear, uncertainty, and the weight of past experiences. And those stories, they can be rewritten. What if we paused for a moment? What if we allowed ourselves to question that thought? Let's ask, is it true? Take James. He's been working in the same role for years, watching others around him move up while feeling left behind. Lately, he's told himself, I'm never going to be successful. It's a thought that's been with him for so long, and it feels like it's become part of who he is. But today, we're going to sit with that thought just for a moment. Let's hold it up to the light and ask, is it true? James realizes that success isn't always about moving in a straight line. He recalls when he delivered essential projects and made a difference in his team. He sees that while he may not be where he imagined, his journey isn't without progress or growth. James starts to understand, I'm not stuck. He decides to take one small step forward, updating his resume and setting up a meeting with his manager to discuss new opportunities. It's a slight shift, but it opens the door to a new path. Example 2. Emily, the overwhelmed working parent. Emily is doing her best to keep everything together. She's working hard at her job, trying to be present for her family, yet every day feels like she's falling short. When she looks around at the chaos, the thought creeps in, I'm failing at everything. But today we'll pause momentarily and sit with that thought. Let's be curious, is it true? While things are imperfect, Emily sees she's doing many things right. She's been showing up even when it's hard. She's been giving her all even when she feels depleted. And maybe that's enough. Instead of telling herself she's failing, Emily chooses a new thought. I'm doing the best I can, and that's enough. She reaches out to her partner for help with the housework and focuses on what matters, connection over perfection. Example 3. Michael, the man facing a setback. Michael had worked hard to build his business, but when things didn't go as planned and it collapsed, he felt like the rug had been pulled out from under him. He told himself, I'll never recover from this. It's a thought filled with pain and fear. But what if we gently questioned it? What if we sat with that thought without judgment and asked, is it true? Michael remembers that he's faced tough times before and survived. He realizes that setbacks, while painful, don't define him. He's more than his failures. He's capable of rebuilding, of starting fresh, just as he's done before. Instead of believing he's defeated, Michael chooses a new story. This is a setback, not the end of my journey. With that thought, he begins rebuilding his career, one small action at a time. We all have thoughts that can feel heavy, making us question our worth, path, and future. But these thoughts, they are just that, thoughts. They don't have to define you. They don't have to hold you back. The next time your mind whispers, I'm not enough or I'm failing, pause, breathe, be curious. Ask yourself, is this true? You are not your thoughts. You are so much more. When you challenge these stories, you make room for new possibilities. You begin to see yourself as resilient, capable, and growing. Your story? It's still unfolding, and you have the power to write the next chapter. Fundamental therapeutic principles from the script non-judgmental reflection. In each example, the characters are invited to pause and sit with their thoughts non-judgmentally. This mirrors a therapeutic technique where clients are encouraged to observe their thoughts without immediately accepting them as truth. Curiosity and compassion. The characters ask, is this true? In a gentle, curious way, allowing space to reflect. This invites self-compassion, a core principle in person-centered therapy, where individuals are encouraged to treat themselves with the same kindness they would offer a friend. Focus on strengths and progress. Instead of focusing on their perceived failures, each person reflects on their past achievements and resilience, shifting their focus to their strengths. This strength-based approach helps reframe self-limiting beliefs, acceptance, and small steps forward. The characters are shown accepting their situation without judgment and taking small, manageable steps forward. This aligns with therapeutic models that promote self-acceptance and realistic goal setting. Empowerment through reframing. The characters create space for more empowering, constructive narratives by challenging negative thoughts. This is key to cognitive restructuring in therapy, reframing thoughts to reflect a more balanced and hopeful perspective. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel if you find the above content helpful. It encourages me to create more content like this.